Hi guys, I'm Upcycle. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. So today is all about upcycling, refashioning, repurposing, all of those things, all of those nows are basically taking stuff that you've either got from charity shops, stuff that you've outgrown, stuff that you have picked up or been given and you don't wear it, you don't have a purpose for it, and you want to give it a purpose. So please stay tuned if you want to see more. Hi guys, right, so what are we up to today? Today we are going through, I'm going to show you some of the fabrics that I want to use, that I'm going to spend some time on, pulling together, changing, tweaking. And the idea of these vlogs, I'm going to release them once a month because I have a humongous bag of clothes and items here that need repurposing, refashioning, whatever you want to call it. The reasons why I'm looking to do a bit of upcycling, there's a couple of reasons, guys. Cost of living, for a start. It's so expensive, and if you're anything like me and you have a huge fabric addiction and you feel the need to buy, all this stuff here that's either too big for me, I've picked up in a charity shop, come home, not liked it, realised it doesn't fit me right, or I've been given stuff and I love the actual print on it or the fabric on it, or I have just outgrown stuff. So there's loads of stuff here, and I want to try and utilise some of this fabric to stop me purchasing more fabric so I can focus on using the fabric in my stash. That's not to say that I'm not going to buy fabric, but it just will make me a little bit mindful. And actually some of these pieces will be quite quick and then they become wearable in my wardrobe. So before I do that, just quickly tell you what I'm wearing. This is a ready to wear cardigan. Now, I spent all of last year not buying anything for myself. Everything was handmade. This year on the 1st of January, well not the 1st of January, the 2nd of January, I went shopping and I picked this up. This is something I bought for myself. It's just cheap from Primark, but I absolutely love it. Underneath this, I have my Soho 7 sweater and Soho 7 t-shirt, and this t-shirt is made out of a fabric godmother fabric, and I actually have, and I can't find it, I'm just looking for it. In my upcycle pile, I have another dress that I made out of this fabric godmother fabric that is far too big now. Absolutely far too big, and I love the fabric too much to just give it to somebody else that it might actually fit. So I'm going to utilise this fabric at some point, but this isn't on today's list of stuff to go through. Just thought I'd show you because it matches what I'm wearing. So what am I actually going to be looking at? So first things first, nice, quick and easy, simple project. I will try and pop some pictures in here of me wearing these, and I will take you through some of the process of me actually doing this. I just wanted to get this bit in and done first so I didn't forget, and I didn't forget to take photos and actually alter the garment, and you've got no idea what it looked like originally. This is a tunic shirt that I got, I think I got it a couple of years ago. It was given to me. It's a H&M top. I think it actually is, yep, H&M Mama. It's a maternity top. So it's quite big and oversized. Now I do love the fabric and I actually love this, but I don't really wear it because it's just got no shape for it. It's not going to be if it's a maternity top. So, and it's a little bit too long because obviously you're trying to cover over that baby bump. So what I'm going to try and do is cut it off, make it a little bit shorter so it sits at a reasonable length, should I say. I'm going to keep the collar because I quite like that little collar in there. I may turn this into a t-shirt, but we'll see how I'm feeling, how it's going, because it has got a slight oversized, and I would probably need to change a lot more if I take this up to a t-shirt as well, because it's got a slightly drop shoulder to it. And then I think that's about it. I might have to take it in a little bit on the sides, just to give it a little bit more shape and figure. So that's the first thing that I want to get done this month. The second thing that I want to look at doing, which is a bit more of an intense project, but I just want to show you how you can get large pieces of fabric out of something simple. This is a tablecloth that I actually got from a charity shop 3 years ago, and I have used it, but guys, I have a table that comes out once a year for Christmas, and I've only used this on the first year that I bought it out when my mother came for Christmas. So it's quite a large piece of fabric. It's almost got a linen feel to it. I'm pretty sure it's not linen, but it's got that kind of texture to it. And I thought this might make a lovely pair of bob pants. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be wide enough or long enough to get the bob pants out. And you will get to see me as I'm trying it. And I may have to stop and tell you that I'm going to do something else with it at some point. But just so you can see, that's the idea that I've got in mind. And it's a big, bulky piece of fabric that cost me 99p. From a charity shop in the UK. So it's just another way of getting some lovely fabric and getting some use out of it without spending an absolute fortune. So that's the second thing I want to get made of. The third thing is, again, another hopefully fairly simple alteration. This is a jumper that I got from a charity shop. It's an extra large. Now, I may have lost weight, but I've always been an extra large. Even now, I choose extra large and they normally fit me, but this is huge. I want to see if I can try and take this in up the arms and take this in at the side, because I really like this and it'd make a great staple piece as a layering piece, and if I can get some wear out of it, would be great. If it doesn't work from the altering, I might chop this up and see if I can use the fabric for something else. So that is that. Again, another quick alteration, guys, so hopefully that one won't take me too long either. The last thing I've got, and if I have got time to get round to doing something with this, I have this gorgeous maxi dress here. But I don't ever wear it. I think because you wear a maxi dress in the summer, and with it being black in this fabric here, you just tend to find that it's just too hot and you're too bothered to be able to wear it. So what I thought about doing, I have got a lot of fabric here, guys. And I think there is just enough there, if I'm clever about it, that I can actually get a Freya top out of it in the winter. And I do think that this fabric is absolutely stunning. I've had this maxi dress for about 7 years, and I can honestly say in the 7 years that I've had this maxi dress, I've worn it twice in 7 years. So last year, when I got all my summer stuff down, I actually put this in to be converted into something else for winter. So we're going to see whether we can get a Tilly and the Buttons Freya top out of that. So that's it for this month. That's going to be what I'm going to attempt to get made up. All of those items I should actually be able to get done in a whole day, and I have some time to sew tomorrow and some time to sew tonight, so I'm going to count that as my whole day. So I'm going to take you through the process as we do it. I'm going to start with the ready-made garments that I can try and just alter, maybe switch by using the fabric into another pattern, and then maybe tomorrow I'll go on to a little bit more detail. The bob pants are a fairly simple pattern, but then start cutting them up and get them made up properly, because it would be like making up a pattern essentially. So hopefully, guys, you enjoy this vlog as I take you through my journey with my upcycling. I will catch you all soon. So here we have the maternity top that I had I think this one was actually given to me in a bag of clothes. So there's obviously an extra bit of fabric in this across the stomach area. So when I was looking at it, I thought I'd find the lines of the checks, because it was all pattern matched, as to what would actually be best to cut it to. Now you can see I've taken quite a bit off, but where I'm actually cutting is where the slit is in the top itself, up the side seams. Now I quite like this. It's going to be quite short, but the way I envisage wearing this would be with a pair of my mum jeans. So I don't think, after doing this, I was looking at whether I want to bring it in at the sides, and actually I've made the decision that I think I'm just going to crop it slightly and hem across the bottom. So you can see there that I've just literally worked out how short I want it, taken it across. I'm just checking to make sure that it's even on both sides, so I can give it another trim where it might be required and work out where it's actually going to sit on me. I'm definitely happier with this length. So I have the dress here, and I'm just getting it all laid out, working out how exactly I want to cut this. Now I've made the decision straight away that I think the best thing to do would be to cut across the top seam, and this is just underneath where the elastic is for the actual top of the dress. So I've cut straight across rather than going through and unpicking it, just because it makes it a lot easier, and there is plenty of fabric for what I actually need for this particular top. The Freya doesn't use a huge amount of fabric. So the next thing I need to do is actually separate the seams, so I don't end up with seams in the front and down the back of when I fold the fabric in half to cut the pattern, so I don't end up with the fabric with a seam on the front. So I've taken these pieces of fabric and I'm now cutting up the seams on the sides. As you can see here, these are the side seams. It's very difficult to see from the front of the fabric, but I'm going to cut along this seam, and I'm going to do this with both sides. Now what I didn't realise was that the actual fabric itself has a extra seam panel in the back, which was quite disappointing really, because I thought that it would be quite nice, but I can just incorporate that seam into the back of the Freya top itself. So once I had cut all the fabric up, I folded that up and put to one side, and I just wanted to see if I could get any more out of the top bit, and you can see that I've cut the elastic off the bottom and taken out the lining piece in this particular piece of fabric, and now I'm just cutting across the top to see how much fabric is left. Whether I actually need this piece of fabric for the garment, that's yet to be decided. So that's everything. I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. We have seen a tablecloth turned into a pair of bob pants, a shirt tunic top type thing turned into a crop top, a polo neck adjusted into a top that just fits me slightly better, and a Freya top from a maxi dress, although it was a t-shirt because we couldn't quite get the arms out of it. Please don't forget to give this vlog a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell, because it will let you know when I release more content. I will be doing an upcycle, repurpose, refashion type vlog once a month with that huge bag that I showed you at the beginning. So I hope you all have a fantastic week, and if you're up to anything like this, please do let me know in the comments below. Take care, I'll see you all soon.